This is my wife's hometown, Mount Union, Pennsylvania. It had a glorious past in the era when America was making a lot of steel. This was a town where, because in the mountains near here they have something called silica, and they could make silica brick and use that brick to line the furnaces in the smelting areas in places like Pittsburgh and other big steel producing areas. So in the past, they had a glorious past, and this was a boom town, a lot of opportunity. But then, you know, times changed and industry changed and America quit making steel and the town just started to slowly die. It's moved from about 20,000 people, 20,000 people, down to about 1,700 people now, and half the town is on some form of welfare, some kind of government assistance. You can just see what's happened to this beautiful little town. And every time I come through this place and I see the poverty and I just see the discouragement and the lack of opportunity, I have the same experience. I always think, what if I was in charge of this town? What would I do to change it? How would I fix it? And I try to think of things I could do to bring in some kind of industry or, you know, just something, give them a way to make a living here. Because it's got a lot of charm to it, and it's in a beautiful part of Pennsylvania, but you know, there's just, the economy's changing, they've got to change with it. I think that's an important part of being a leader. A leader believes that our actions create the future, not that the future is some kind of fate or luck that we stumble into, but that we make the future. And that a leader, by his actions, if he can get the people to rally behind him, can take those people from where they are to the preferred future. There's a leader's mindset, and you have to cultivate it. Some people naturally have it a little bit more, but part of being a leader is the willingness to assume responsibility for that change. Not to just say, I wish it could be different, but to say, I could be the guy that makes things different. That's a leader's attitude, and you need to cultivate that in your own life too. So that when you enter into a situation, you're the one that volunteers his energy or her energy to get behind things, craft a better plan, and move everybody ahead. This little town, you know, they have a lot of people that were heroes in wars, and you know, they got a good past. They just need a future, and they need somebody to take them to that future, because everything rises and falls on leadership.